I mean it's you. You're reckless and you know it, they don't love you like I do. Say you're moving on, well I guess that's just emotion. I guess that's just emotion.
Gents, Rizzo back with the Gentleman's Corner and a quick review. I found a little time. I squeezed out a little bit of time from a night out on the town. So this review is going to be over Bykillian's Imperial Tea. It's a new release. It was just released this year in 2014. And the notes are tea and jasmine. So today I got a full wearing of it, really good testing. Some of my samples came in the mail, that being one of them. Another one was Sacred Wood and a lot of the Xerjoff line, Kobe, Neo, Uden, Modoc, so forth and so on. But let me get to the review portion. Okay, so again, the notes on it are tea and jasmine. So today I wore it, and here's the honest review. Upon initial application, I felt that it was a very safe fragrance. It was average, not anything to get overexcited about. It smelled like tea. It was nothing synthetic about it. It smelled like I had just been brewing some raspberry tea, some fresh raspberry tea. That's exactly what it smelled like, raspberry tea. A mixture of raspberry tea and hot, clean paper off the press. Not newspaper, but Xerox paper. It had like a clean tea, raspberry kind of thing going on. Okay, so again, it was just like, not bad. It was okay. But then when I hit the oxygen, when I stepped outside, and it was quite breezy today. So that's when I started to actually smell what it is that this fragrance was going for, or what it is exactly this fragrance could do. And it was a very pleasant scent to my nose. It wasn't, again, I'm going to say this about this fragrance. This fragrance isn't anything to jump up and down for. It's not one of those things, in my opinion, that is a lady killer. Does it smell pleasant? Yes. Does it smell good? Yes. It's a good scent, and it's a great scent. It's not a masterpiece. It's not anything that I feel as though if you're going for straight lady killers or something to grab a woman's attention, this really isn't that. This is the type of fragrance that is specifically for fragrance lovers. If you just have to have a billion bottles, you know, somebody like myself maybe, or Mark, or John, or something like that, then yes, this is for collectors. Or maybe you're a businessman who is usually wearing a lot of stronger scents, i.e. the Creed Green Irish Tweed, or I forget the rest of them, but the other stronger male masculine scents like Cool Water or something of that nature. This would be something that would be a great asset to your collection in order to change the pace, in order to be like, wow, he's wearing something different. Now, if you're one of those gentlemen, then yes, people will notice you because it's a change of pace. It's not as masculine. It's along the sweeter side. It's not sweet as in terms of 1 million or Versace Euros, but it is a sweeter, pleasant smell. It is a safer scent, but it's not anything that is going to jump off and you have to immediately buy. Again, this is for collectors. I myself, I won't be purchasing it. It's the purchase, in my opinion, isn't warranted. Now, if Bykillian is listening, I feel like that this fragrance, or this scent, shall I say, will sell a lot more and will go a lot longer or a lot further in terms of sales and what it is that you plan on doing, or what they plan on doing, if they were to package this as a candle. Because this as a candle, it would be no doubt about the purchasing power of it, because it has a very calming kind of scent to it. It's very relaxing. It's very soothing. It almost reminded me and put me in the place of wanting to get a massage. So it has that mind state. But again, this is not anything that, as a person, the average Joe, you know, something that they would be like, oh my God, the last fragrance on earth. I need to have that in my collection. This is not one of those fragrances. So if you're a collector and you just want something different and you're tired of wearing the overly masculine fragrances, yes. Or if you're just a collector and you want 1,000,000 bottles and you just like pleasant scents, yes, this is one of those. So in terms of a good report card, the scent, the overall scent is a B. Again, it's a good scent, great scent, borderline great. You know, it's not, you know, in terms of something that you've never smelled. Well, it is. I take that back. It's something that you probably have never smelled. Now, if this was the price of Gucci Pour Homme 2, I would take this over Gucci Pour Homme 2. Not to say that Gucci Pour Homme 2 smells synthetic, but this is just a more well done version of T, in my opinion. So again, the scent is a B. The longevity, I see mixed reviews about the longevity. In my opinion, on your skin, the longevity is probably a C, maybe a C minus. I made an application to my work shirt, and it's still lasting. It wasn't beaming, but it lasted a little bit longer. So I'll probably give that, you know, a C plus. So on your skin, it's a C, C minus. On clothing and fabric, C plus. Uniqueness. The uniqueness is probably where this shines because it's not a synthetic tea. You've probably smelled other fragrances with tea in it, but either they were, I don't know, either they're trying to compensate for tea being there, so the tea was a little bit more synthetic, and it didn't have a natural feel for it. But this actually has a very natural feel to it. It's a raspberry kind of tea, and so I give that an A. Now, the person that I would see wearing this in terms of age, that just depends on you. If you're a young frag lover and you have a bunch of bottles, then yeah. If you're an old frag lover, have a bunch of bottles, get it. But again, for the average Joes, for the average consumers, for the guys that, you know, that are looking for lady killers or maybe guy killers, this is not that fragrance. Again, save your money. So in terms of purchasing power, it's not really warranted in my opinion, unless you're one of those kind of guys. So that's pretty much my review on By Kilian's Imperial Wood. Imperial Tea. Now, on to some opinions and just a little bit of my thoughts. Again, I got my Xerdrops in, and I did give Kobe, Neo, and I didn't give Uden a full day's wearing, but I did give 40 knots a full day's wearing. Okay, so Kobe and Neo smell very similar, almost practically identical, with Kobe having just a little bit, to me in my opinion, just a slight difference. And I think I like Kobe a little bit more. Still, in my opinion, I won't be purchasing it. Oh, well, I won't purchase a full bottle. I might get the little discovery set or whatever. Neo, let me say this. Neo's not a bad fragrance. I just think that it was overly hyped, maybe, in my opinion. It's still a good fragrance. It is a good fragrance. I don't think it's worth the $200 plus, $260 something dollars. It's a really good neroli, but it's not a neroli that I feel as though is groundbreaking. Maybe because I had already smelled Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, and the other neroli that I smelled that was different from Neroli Portofino that stood out was Dior's Cologne Blanche, which I need to do a review on that because that neroli's done in a different manner and I really like it. So again, if you bought Neo, would you be mad? I don't think so. You know, it's not a terrible fragrance. It's actually pretty damn good. It's just I myself, I don't think I'll own a full bottle of it. Again, I'll probably get it in terms of the Shooting Stars Discovery set. Same thing with Kobe. Now, in my opinion, the Rockstar is Uden. That one is a really good fragrance. I remember last video I was kind of debating. I was thinking it was Kobe that I smelled, and it was like, oh my god. But it's actually Uden. I really like Uden. I'll save that for a review. Okay, 40 knots. Here's my opinion on 40 knots. I'll go ahead and give this away because I won't do a review on it. It's not to say it's a waste of time, but it kind of is. 40 knots, I don't know if anybody else is getting this, but 40 knots, in my opinion, smells identical. Damn near the exact same fragrance of 24 Gold, in my opinion. I did a full day's wearing of it. I was like, I just kept saying all day, this reminds me of something I already have. I can't put my finger on it, but it smells exactly like something. I cannot remember what it is. And then when I got home, I looked at 24 Gold. I was like, so I took a whiff of it and I was like, this is what I've been smelling all day. 40 knots to me, 24 Gold. Along the same lines, maybe twins got separated at birth. One and the same. So purchasing power, my opinion, 24 Gold. Save your money. I still have some more testing to do. I still have MODOK, and I have some histories that I need to test out, and also by Killian Sacred Wood. So that's all I got for you guys. I know I'm gonna make time to shoot my top 15, 20, 10, I don't know what it is just yet. I haven't comprised the list of spring and summer fragrances. With that being said, I'm not going to give away my number one. However, I will say this about this fragrance. I'm going to tell you the name. The name is Aqua Santa. I said it last year. I said in a couple of videos. I forgot to mention this in when I was talking about me going to the Middle East. That was one of their number one sellers in terms of just overall scents. Linari's Aqua Santa. And here's a little quick story. I went there going to get it. One of my good friends, Josh, he said, he told me, he said, bro, if they have this fragrance, I want you to pick it up. I'm just going to give you the money when you get back. So I said, no problem. So I go into the store and I say, I see the whole line. I say, do you guys have, and I couldn't remember it. And he was like, well, we're missing one, but we don't have it up here because we're sold out. And I said, which one is that? And he showed me. He was like, I was like, that's the fragrance. I have it at home, but I'm looking to buy it for a friend. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's our number one fragrance. We can't put it up because we constantly sell out as soon as we get it. And so I tried to buy the tester, but he wouldn't let me. So nevertheless, if you guys still have yet to smell Linari's Aqua Santa, get your nose on it. So, again, thank you for your time. I appreciate all the love and support, and that's all I really have. So without further ado, I just want to give a shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, Blue Phi, you know, happy Centennial, Hooyah Navy, peace. Talk to you later, gents.